welcome you live to Sweetwater High School, King Barong Stadium, Carter Field, as the Sweetwater Wildcats host the Rockwood Tigers. The motion man coming around, Turner looking to throw, being pressured, not going to pull it down, try to run, but he's going to be swallowed up and sacked back at the 18-yard line. Leading the charge for the Wildcats, freshman Braden Westfield. As Bryan gets it on the jet sweep, and there's Westfield again coming in, knifing in and dumping that play for a loss. 2nd and 15 for Rockwood at the Sweetwater 45-yard line. Here comes the toss to Moran. There's the defense again, and there's Dominic Kennedy. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Here comes the handoff to Malik Arnett. Nice move in the hole. He's at the 30-yard line to the 35 and to the 40-yard line. But an outstanding run. Two backs in shotgun with quarterback Turner, two receivers far side. They're going to hand off Moran. He's going to try to bounce outside, but Dominic Kennedy says come here and drops him. Going to give the wing back, Jaden Hannibal, trying to get to the outside, but Braden Westfield again surging into the backfield and drops the play for a loss back to the 25-yard line and get down in 20. Sweetwater looking throw, play fake, fire to the outside, complete to Lane Hicks. Makes a couple guys miss. Hicks down to the 30, to the 25, along the sideline. And never bring him down, but he's knocked out of bounds. Hand off to Arnett again. He goes short side of the field. He's down inside the 10 to the 5. Driving toward the scoreboard, operating the right hash. Hand off to Arnett again. Arnett stutter steps the tackler. Bounces into another would-be tackler, but leans forward, stretches for the goal line. Gets in. Yes, he does. Touchdown, Wildcats, Malik Arnett. Right now at halftime here at Sweetwater High School, they're recognizing some members from the 1971 Sweetwater High School State Championship team. Again, this season marks 50 years since that state championship, and so take this season and commemorate that team, and they are recognizing some of those members tonight, kind of the 1971 State Championship team night. And so I hope I'm going to try to get some interviews with those guys throughout the season and work those into our broadcast if all possible. Because that'd be interesting conversations, I'm sure.
Yeah, there was 8 gentlemen out there that 50 years ago were young teenage boys out here on this very field, just doing their thing and bringing something back to Sweetwater that had never been done before.
Yep. Kick away. Arnett going to take it, but he muffed it. He picks it up off the ground at the 22-yard line. He's at the 25 to the 30, 35, 40, look out, 45 across midfield, down to the 45, along the sideline, knocked out of bounds. 2nd down, quick throw outside to Ryan Littleton, complete. He's down to the 35 to 30, 25, 20, cuts inside to the 15, 10, 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Ryan Littleton. Now Guzman for the extra point. Snap, hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 2nd and 16. Turner looking to throw, being pressured, hung all over, nearly sacked, but hurls it out of the end zone, picked off by the Wildcats, intercepted at the 13-yard line. On the interception,
Jaden Barker.
Jaden Barker. We're sending nobody back. And there's the snap muffed by the punter. Waldo goes back, picks it up, drifts into the end zone, trying to run for his life, and Sweetwater's going to wrap him up and drop him at about the 7-yard line. 1st and goal from the 7-I formation. Handoff Malik Arnett straight through the defense into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown. Malik Arnett. And the Guzman extra point is good. That was a huge extra point. And ice in his veins, Guzman knocks it straight down the pipe. So here comes a 2nd down and 8 play at midfield. Biggie takes the snap. Gives to Waldo. He's going to be wrapped up. Caden Dupree and Jonah Kyle going to stop him. Handle the sweep. Has a toss, and there is Jaden Barker falling on the fumble and recovering for Sweetwater at the 15-yard line. Here's handoff Arnett. He's got a seam. Arnett's going to have the 1st down. Down inside the 10. Rumbling inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, Wildcats. And here's Sweetwater going for it. On 3rd and goal from the 6. Boyd looking to throw. Firing on the post pattern in the end zone. Complete. Touchdown, Wildcats, Caden Dupree on the touchdown reception. There's a snap. Handoff to Arnett. Arnett hitting the backfield and somehow gets away from it and going to scamper into the end zone. The conversion's good. Tie ball game. Throws it out quickly to Hannibal. Hannibal makes some guys miss, loses the football. Sweetwater's going to fall on it. Sweetwater's going to recover the football at the 23-yard line. First and 10 for Sweetwater at their own 23-yard line. And it'll be a draw play out of I formation. Comes to Malik Arnett. He's got a head full of steam. Arnett, he's out across the 30 to the 35. He's out to the 38-yard line. Wildcats, their own 39, tied at 28. 13 seconds to go in the ball game. Boyd rolls the pocket, fires to the outside. It's going to be complete. Complete along the sideline and out of bounds. Chris Alford hauls it in. Boyd goes under center. Draw play. Comes to Malik Arnett. Arnett makes a couple guys miss. Arnett down to the 45 to the 40. 35-30. And brought down at the 29-yard line. That will be the final play of regulation. The Sweetwater Wildcats, folks, have showed incredible heart and come all the way back and tied this thing up 28 apiece with Rockwood and sending it into overtime. 3rd and goal from the 4 here in overtime for Rockwood. Right hash mark. Handoff at the middle. Waldo nosing for the end zone. He breaks the plane. Touchdown. Rockwood. Snap. Hold. The kick is up. It is just does sneak it across the crossbar. Good. To make it 35-28. Rockwood leading in overtime, but now Sweetwater has 4 plays. Try to score, kick a PAT tied up, and send it to another overtime.
Well, the Sweetwater offense has looked pretty good here in this second half. So we just got to keep rolling.
Here come the Wildcats. Their overtime series. Jaden Barker, Malik Arnett will be 2 backs in there with Landon Boyd, the quarterback, who goes under center, I formation. Here comes the pitch now to Malik Arnett. Cuts up the field, fights his way for about 3 yards down to the 7. After the timeout, here it is, 2nd and goal from the 7 for Sweetwater. Play fake. Boyd looking to throw, fires into the end zone. Got a man, Jaden Barker. Touchdown, Wildcats. From the 3-yard line, shotgun. Well, now it's pistol formation. Malik Arnett. 3 receivers far side, 1 near. Boyd, hard count. Now looks to the sideline. You got a bunch formation, 3 receivers far side, 1 near. Arnett, the pistol back. Boyd takes a snap, looking to throw, fires to the outside, man wide open, complete in the end zone. Sweetwater wins.
We're going to score and do what? I'm just proud of where you battled. Because if I'm not wrong, Coach, at one time we're down 28-6. Man, that's guts. That's guts. And you're down 28-6, and you showed your heart, which is all we can do. Okay, proud of you. Appreciate you. Your coaches, great job, coaches. Great job keeping them in there. Okay, Jaden Barker, way to make a play. Lane. Not a bad, football ain't that bad of a sport, is it? Big man on campus right now, here we go, team on 3, let's get out there. Family, get it loud. Family on 3, here we go, 1, 2, 3, family!
Incredible ball game. Sweetwater comes from behind and wins in overtime, 36-35, the final. My goodness. Let's take a look at our final game stats. Our stat man, Luke Gross, tonight doing a fine job. First for Rockwood, they ran 46 plays for 287 yards total offense. That's 6.2 yards per play. They were 7 for 10 passing for 105 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception thrown. They ran the ball 36 times for 182 yards. That's 5.1 yards per carry. They had 16 penalties for 110 yards, and they turned the ball over twice. 1 interception and 1 fumble. They had 24 minutes, 20 seconds time of possession. They had 15 first downs. They were 6 for 11 on 3rd down and 0 for 1 on 4th down. Numbers for the Sweetwater Wildcats, they ran 61 plays for 311 yards total offense. That's 5.1 yards per play. They were 11 for 15 passing, 112 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. They ran the ball 46 times for 199 yards, 4.3 yards per rush, 8 penalties for 80 yards, and they turned the ball over twice, an interception and a fumble. They had the ball 23 minutes, 20 seconds. They had 23 first downs tonight, 3 for 12 on 3rd down, 5 for 7 on 4th down. We are now ready to select our Domino's player of the game. We've already alluded to who that is. With a lot of guys tonight. A lot of guys. I mean, we talked about it, but how can you not go with a guy, Malik Arnett, 30 carries, 178 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. That's 5.9 yards per carry. And, of course, assisted a lot by his offense. They blocked offensive line. They blocked well tonight. But there were times just on that one play, I'm trying to remember the scenario, but he should have a 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
You know, they don't get it there.
In the backfield, bounced off a couple guys, and then took it.
If he doesn't get it there, that's tied up at 28. He's hitting the backfield and will not be denied. It gets in the end zone, ties it up 28, which ultimately sends it to overtime. But Malik Arnett tonight, our Domino's player of the game. We're going to talk to the coach, head coach of the Wildcats, Mike Martin. And, Coach, wow. Wow. Man.
Oh, my.
Just talk about your team. We talked about in the 3rd quarter down 28-6. The possessions were going to be limited because we were talking there was only so many possessions in the first half. If that continued to trend in the second half, you had to do everything exactly right. Right. And your team did. They did. And forced it to overtime and then won it in overtime. Talk about it.
Yeah, they did. Well, you're right. I thought we were down by 8, I think 28-20. And we got the ball back. We were talking about going for 2 at a time. I was going to, but I thought I think they were tired. I thought we were having some success moving it. And I thought we're going to score early. If we go for 2, we don't get it because we'll have a chance to score again. Well, I don't think we scored on the series, and then I don't know how long we had that last drive that we scored on.
Long time.
Long time. And they executed that. But the bottom line is, forget all that stuff. It's down 28-6 and my kids battle.
Yeah.
You know, and I talked to you about this last week, and I know people think that coaches just say stuff because that's what they're supposed to say. But I think I told you a couple of times that I was proud of the way our kids battled last week at halftime, down 30-0.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that paid off tonight. You know, they battled hard, stayed in it. I kept trying to tell them, and at times it didn't look right. Didn't look like it. Yeah. But kept trying to tell them that you just hang in there. And then when we went to overtime and they scored, and I called the timeout, I said, listen, we're going to score, and we're going for 2, and we're going to win it. And you know, kids executed. Kids executed the play. We had a little play called the line of scrimmage, and liked what we saw. And Philip, I think, the lane over in the corner. But the bottom line is, Wildcat football played hard tonight. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't ask those. If we'd lost, I promise you, I would have said the same thing. How hard they battled. Yeah. I'm just proud of them for battling. You know, but I do think last week's experience, playing hard in the second half, you know, paid off.
Well, this game has been like 2 games in one. There's so many things, so many big plays that happen. I can't even remember them all to even ask you.
I know I can't.
But that's what I was going to ask you is now a performance like this. Does that help your kids believe going forward that they can do it?
That's funny that you said that because that's exactly what I just told you.
Yep.
I just said, now you got it. I asked Isaac Croft, I said, what did I tell you in the timeout? He said that we're going to we're going to score, go for 2 and win. I said, and you guys believe us. I said, and you guys did it. I said, if you believe in each other and believe in your coach staff, most of the time it works out. So I hope it gets on a roll right here. Because it don't get any easier.
So you told the kids in the timeout, when did you make the decision? At the beginning of overtime? Is that your philosophy? When did you?
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and talk about back in the day, but at a previous school, I had planned on going for 2 the whole time. Make a long story short, it was this game exactly, and I backed out of it, and I kicked it, and we got it blocked and lost. And I said, I'll never do that again. I'm going to go for 2. I mean, there may be a time if you got an automatic, you know, I said, I'm going for 2 and we're going to go for the win. I just felt like we could get it. And
that decision was made years ago.
Oh, that decision was made about 9 years ago, 10 years ago. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, there's a couple things that I want to address. There's so many performances that really led to this, but in the second half, your run game even got better.
Yes.
Talk about that, and then your defense got some takeaways.
Yes. Well, and here's the deal. It's frustrating for our defense when offense sputters.
Yeah.
Okay. And her whole deal, I'm telling you, when I went in at halftime and told our kids, I truly didn't feel like we were even down 21-6. Once again, I mean, we just kind of handed some things to them, you know, and got it. We fumbled it going in down here and wasted a couple opportunities. But you know, I just truly felt that they were going. We had a chance to come out the second half and pound them. Now, I truly felt the first series, I thought we would get it and score, and I think we went 3 plays and punted. So once again, it don't always work like you think so. But we hung in there. Yeah. I mean, I thought we could get something going. Really, the way we had it going at the second half or the second quarter. But we didn't, and then our defense, I think they get a little frustrated, and I understand it. I've been on that side. You know, we've got to help our defense out, and with those kids, you know, that they can reverse field. We talked about it and score, and they did, but our kids just hung in there.
So we're talking about the run game. Having played O-line myself, I'm going to give you a chance to give those boys some love right now, because I talked about them all night up here.
I'm telling you, here's the deal. You got right tackle senior Isaac Croft. And then at right guard, you got Jesus Guzman, who's a sophomore. At center, you got Kai Carell, all 150 pounds of him at center. He's a sophomore. At left guard, you got Eli Brown. He's about 160. He's a big boy. He's at left guard. And now we rotated. Of course, we got one out with sickness, and we rotated a freshman, and we had to bring Jovan in. And he played some there. And I ran behind him a lot. Jovan's not a bad one to run behind. So we did have to change things up a little. You know, and go from there. But I mean, they definitely took the game over. I felt, you know, I felt they took the game. And it's just a heart thing, man. That O-line, you gotta have heart. I don't care how big you are, how small you are. You just gotta have heart. You know that.
Absolutely.
You gotta have some heart, and you can't back down. You gotta believe in the feet, and you gotta believe in leverage. And if these kids do that and execute, we'll be okay.
I'll give you a last thing for you to speak about is give you a chance to brag on some other guys. We normally don't have our Domino's player of the game picked by this point, but we do now. But I'm going to talk about 3 different guys that are in the chase. Malik Arnett's going to be our Domino's player of the game. 30 carries, 178 yards, 2 touchdowns. You had Braden Westfield, freshman, double-digit tackles on defense. And then you had Jaden Barker.
Jaden Barker with the touchdown, and then an interception and a fumble recovery. So, yeah, we had 3 guys. It was.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I've never in my life told somebody 30. I need to go apologize to Malik. On a night where it's 100% humidity, I didn't realize we run him that many times. Hey, I felt like he kept getting stronger too.
He did.
I mean, he come out a couple times banged up, but man, it's humid out there.
Yeah.
And I did not realize that. But if it's working, I'm gonna go with it until somebody just taps out. And he didn't tap out. So
I got a feeling he's gonna say, "Coach, don't worry about it. Next week, do it again."
Yeah, give me 30 more.
Coach, it was exciting. Big win, overtime. I know the excited fans over here, excited football team. I know you're excited. 36-35 overtime victory. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
So we have football coach Mike Martin. His team comes back 22 unanswered to finish the ball, to get into overtime, and then win in overtime with a 2-point conversion, 36-35.
Thank you so much for watching SHS TV. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Be sure to subscribe and help support our channel by turning on notifications so you're the first to know when we post a new video.